you're looking for, you're saying, but he ought to know, or does he know he's going to be ripped off, or does he know that would have been cheaper or dearer or whatever? Does he know he's done that?
Because he's told.
You see, the point is,
he's told that I'm more expensive.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah?
Because he knows that he's getting in that grey Mercedes, and he knows he's not getting that black cab. He knows that.
But he doesn't know that I'm cheaper.
He doesn't care. He's made the decision. That's where you're missing.
He hasn't.
The point. So what we're saying is...
So you're saying you'd like to spend more money?
No, what I'm saying is that many of these passengers have probably even... No one's done the research on it. Probably the majority have been in London for 1 or 2 or 3 days, doesn't matter how long, and probably used an awful lot of taxis during that time, and probably been incredibly impressed with the service. I think you'd agree that's probably...
Yeah, we're good service on the whole.
Still going to Heathrow in that car.
Because someone says it's cheaper.
It doesn't matter the reasons why.
It does, because if we tell them it ain't cheaper, they'll get in our cab.
Because by and large, I think people don't even ask what the price is. They just say, "Can you?" They're more interested in not missing the plane.
Nah, you're off mark here, Bob. I'm sorry, mate.
They're more interested.
You're so far off the mark.
Yeah, well, it would be. I've only got 44 years' experience.
As a cab driver?
As a cab driver?
Yeah, I've got 30 years' experience as a businessman. And I'm telling you...
You're driving a cab for a living. This is what...
Now, you seem to be saying driving a cab for a living is a bad thing.
Confusing me. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. If I'm such a success...
But hold on, you seem to be saying...
I'm such a successful...
I come from a very... Alright, let me tell you exactly why I'm driving a cab. Alright, now you'll hear me. I'm driving a cab, okay, because I come from a very long line of cabs. You have, because you touched me personally. I come from a very, very long line of cab drivers. A very long line of cab drivers, okay? A very long line. You know Coley Allen, the garage in the East End? Okay, number 1 bald, number 1 cab licence. Apparently it's my great-great-grandfather, or great-grandfather, or whatever, okay? Grandfather, great-grandfather, all my uncles. Schmocko here goes off to university
so
and that.
Part-timer?
Hold on. Schmocko here goes off to university and everything, and I'm the black sheep of the family. My mother died youngish.
I think you're the star of the family. Let's be fair.
What?
I think you're probably the star of the family.
Hold on. My mother dies quite young, okay? I am sitting in the hospice taking phone calls for business. All my uncles walk in and they park the cab up and they're having a good life. They've all had good lives or whatever. I thought, you know what? I want to wind down. And I made a promise to my mother that I would maybe consider this kind of thing. So please don't go there, alright? It's a very, very personal thing. So and I find it quite offensive that you keep saying you're driving a cab for a living. Driving a cab for a living in London is a very, very honourable thing in my opinion. I think it's a very honourable thing and I admire you for that.
Well, what surprises me is that someone is so well educated and is a lecturer in marketing, so it would appear, I'm sure you're right, and has all this enthusiasm and all these great ideas. Driving a cab for a living.
So what?
Not because that's a bad thing, but because you can do so much better in life.
But I think this is better.
Well, you think driving a cab...
Yes, I think it's...
that surprises me.
Yeah.
An intelligent man to say, I think driving a cab from Victoria Station to Waterloo Station is a better thing than running a successful marketing...
And you don't think it is?
Well, I don't think it is.
Why not?
I don't think anybody else would.
Why? I meet lovely people, I meet interesting people. I've got business cards from all around the world.
You get frustrated all day long.
Hardly ever.
Minicab drivers nicking your work.
I don't. What I've seen here is... No, hold on. My business mind has kicked in and I've seen a gap in...
You're in business mind. You're not in business anymore.
Yes, I am.
So you're part-time cab driver?
I'm not. I am. I drive 3 days a week.
Oh, there you go.
I drive 3 days a week. What's the word? My business mind kicked in and I've seen what we term in business as, I'm sure you heard the term, a gap in the market.
I'm a bit of a wind-up merchant, as anyone will tell you.
Okay, so I'm not a businessman.
Just a few nerves there. But I really do...
Tower Hamlets are going to pay me probably £3,000 for a day's training. Please don't tell me I'm not a businessman, okay?
That's excellent.
Okay.
If they're going to pay me that, I wouldn't be driving a cab.
But why? It's what I enjoy.
I know it is, but...
I don't understand your point.
Why do you enjoy it so much when you see the frustration out there and all these people nicking your work?
I'm not frustrated by it. I've seen what's called a gap in the market. Right, listen, down to nitty gritty, as they say.
Do you want to book a date when you come back and tell me you've got nowhere?
Right, can I just say closing ceremony, closing points, my closing argument. It's close time. Are you going to back me or not on what I want to do?
You haven't told me what you want.
I want to do a
my-headed paper, no?
Yes, I want to do a marketing campaign with the backing of an organisation.
No, we'll use your marketing people.
No. Hear me out. I need a body behind me. Okay, I will do the work, and the work is I will write to all the hotels. I write to London Transport and say we know, not London Transport, London Tourist Office, and we know this goes on. We need to find a way through this. That's my softly starting approach. And then we start to move it on and see where it goes. Or are you not going to back me?
No,
if not, then I'll find another organisation that will, and I thank you for your time.
The reason is that I don't want to put my name and the association's name to something that is so obviously not going to succeed. I don't want them to think that I'm that naive, that I'm writing that letter.
Well, I think that's a phenomenal statement from the person who's the chairman of the LTDA, which in effect is the major trade body of this trade. Sorry,
I deal with some of the people.
But you're the top honcho, aren't you?
Of course, I deal. And know personally some of the people you'll be writing to.
So?
Well, no, because let me finish. You thought you could accuse me of being intimidatory, and because I know that they'll give the letter a quiet smile and bin it.
Then I'll go further.
And they'll think, why is Bob being so naive to put his name to that? What does he actually think we can do?
So you're worried about your reputation rather than the future of the cab trade? So I'll go further, it doesn't matter. I'll go one stage further. Alright, thanks for your time, but I'll go to another trade body. Thank you. It was very pleasant of you to give me the time. I find it phenomenally worrying that as a member of the LTDA, I'm having to go to another body to back me on this. Someone will back me.
You're finding phenomenally worrying that someone with 44 years experience believes he knows more about it.
Someone who thinks that lecturing is a better job than cab driving. That's a worrying thing.
Well, I don't think you've
got a very high opinion of cabs. Cab drivers.
I think being paid £3,000, was it for one day, I think you said?
It'd probably be one day's training.
That's not a better job than driving a cab. Can we leave it there?
I enjoy driving a cab more.
You've changed your mind then. Now about enjoyment.
I think the problem is I don't think you think very well of cab drivers. I don't think you think very highly of the cab trade.
Quite stupid.
Well, I've been around for a long time. Look, I thank you for your time. And
how old are you?
47.
Right, so I was driving a cab and you had shit in your nappy.
But it doesn't matter. So what?
And you're telling me what I think about cab driving.
So what?
A fucking cheek.
What?
And I am swearing at you.
What?
You've got a fucking cheek. Fuck off.
That's not a nice thing to say.
Don't insult me.
I'm not insulting. I don't insult people. I don't insult people. That's not a very nice thing to say. It's actually quite violent. I think I'll go and speak to the police.